I don't know how, but a lot of pageant fans suddenly like followed me. I haven't posted anything. My national director hasn't posted anything on the day that I won within like an hour.
Guys and girls, welcome back to another episode of UOKORNOT with your hosts.
I'm Adrian.
And I'm Amirul.
And I'm Jillian.
Glad to have you guys and girls join us on our never-ending pursuits to discover, uncover and gather individuals from various different industries and trades and give you an advantageous insight into the career world.
And once again, a big thank you to Skate.
Alright.
Okay guys, do you watch Miss Universe?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't. Only here and there on the Reels, TikTok, all this.
On YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube.
But it's like all over the news and all that.
I mean, okay lah. I saw reels of like the current one, the current Miss Universe pageant. This year they had quite a number of very interesting contestants. I think one was Miss Nepal.
Oh,
she
I've
was
heard that.
representing the plus size,
Yeah.
and then you have mothers as well who are joining in pageants, which is like very out of the norm, right? If I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very different from what I thought a beauty pageant would be.
What do you think the
Like all chill, very slim, very well presented one.
So this is what this year's pageant was like, lah. Yeah, but I think this time around we have someone who can relate to the pageants much more than we can, right? So Jill brought someone down.
Yeah, so I brought my friend Jade and she represented Singapore for Miss Grand International 2023. Say hi, Jade.
Hi guys, nice to meet you.
So how's your experience so far? Because you just represented recently in September, right?
In October.
Oh, October. How was that?
So I think it was a very interesting experience because this is my first pageant ever. I think it was super fun to meet all the different pageant fans and to get to know a lot of the behind the scenes of the pageant world. So I think it was such a good experience and it was also a really nice way to get to know Vietnam.
Right. Wait, and how old are you right now?
I'm 25.
25. Whoa.
Damn young, man. This is around my age, man. So, also, this is your first pageant, is it?
Yeah, this is my first pageant.
So what made you want to join this pageant?
I think a lot of my friends just kept on egging me. They were like, Jade, you should join a pageant. So I decided that, life's short, why not? So I went.
YOLO.
Basically.
Yeah, pageants are a serious thing.
It is.
Yeah, maybe just Singapore is not covering it lah. Okay, like it's not as big as a World Cup, but apparently in the Philippines, right, it is as big as a World Cup.
It's true though, because
It might be bigger.
It might even be bigger.
It might get bigger. Okay.
Because like they make it a big thing. Like I think they also have those they have little like community centers in Philippines, right? I think they do a bit of like beauty pageants, like a mini beauty pageant inside internally too. Yeah, from what I see from like my cousins and my aunts in Philippines, because I'm half Filipino by the way. Yeah, so it is a big thing in Philippines, but not so much in Singapore actually.
Yeah. And then what's the minimum age for beauty pageants?
18. Yeah,
18.
Yeah.
18. Then what's the max?
It depends from
That's a good question.
Different
Yeah.
pageants, right?
I think there are some that are, 30 something, but for Miss Grand it was 29. And then Miss Universe just opened up and just removed the cap on age limit.
Oh.
for
okay,
Singapore
okay.
or for
For
like
globally,
okay.
No, so
Yeah.
let's say if I'm 50, I also can join.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I think next year, because this is the year they just removed the cap, I think next year we'll be seeing a lot more, mature queens that couldn't.
Damn.
Yeah.
Beauty pageants as a whole, right? It's quite stressful. So it's a remarkable achievement for you for winning this Miss Grand, right? Can you share with us how this title has impacted your career and also how you've navigated your opportunities in this scene?
Yeah, I think for me it's definitely still a bit more fresh because this is my first pageant and I was crowned 9th of September this year.
Wow.
But she remembers the dates.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very easy day to remember, right? Because 9/9, and a lot of people, my friends who work in e-commerce, couldn't come and watch the live.
The busiest day.
That's why I was like, okay, I can remember very well. But I think for me, the opportunities, they're slowly starting to surface. I mean, having this podcast episode with you guys is really cool. This weekend. This weekend, I'm also doing a runway for a bridal showcase. So I think these are some of the opportunities that are coming up. Some of the, with the runway, I'm actually doing it with a couple of different queens from other pageants as well. Yeah.
That's
Cool,
great.
It's giving me the Avengers vibes.
Queens unite.
Yeah, it's like all the queens come
Yeah,
out.
it's like Power Rangers, no? Then you unite from the
Yeah.
2000s till now.
All saving Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Remember
but
the
being
scene?
queen is a big thing, okay? Like you're wearing that crown, you know.
Yeah. So actually, quick question. If let's say if you already won a pageant, right? Can you participate in another one?
So it depends, right?
Depends.
I think most pageants have a 1-year contract. So especially internationally, for locally it's not too bad. It depends on the national director. Yeah, but
okay.
internationally for Miss Grand this year, our winner, so Miss Peru, she actually has a 2-year contract with the organization.
So she can
2
only
years.
participate after the contract expires, is it?
Yeah.
Technically speaking.
But if you win internationally, most girls wouldn't participate
because they already have the
that much.
It's like they got that
true,
belt.
True, true. They already won.
Now move on to something else.
I mean, Miss Thailand, I think so far is the only one in the recent years who won a pageant and then went on to another international pageant. Yeah, she won Miss Supra in 2019, or 2018, if I'm not wrong. I think it's 2019. And then this year she represented Thailand in Miss Universe. Yeah.
Miss Supra.
He's super.
Yeah, so that's one of the other pageants.
Right.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
many pageants y'all don't know lah. So
Yeah.
True to be told, local pageant, I only know the Rislo.
Who Rislo?
Yeah, from last time. I know the ref. Yeah.
What's the catchphrase?
I can't remember really, but
No,
it was quite
bombs,
funny.
Something that shouts me.
that one I don't know.
Behind the glitz and glamour of a beauty pageant, right? Could you share with us, or shed some light on what happens behind the scenes for pageantry?
Yeah, I think, pageantry looks super glamorous, especially on the international level. Every day we're getting photographed, we're getting videoed, and we're in full makeup, we're in like curled hair, different hairstyles every single day. But behind the scenes, it's more stressful. We actually have to sleep less to wake up and do our own makeup and hair every single morning, as well as make sure that we're prim and proper. So whenever there's a camera on us, we are not misrepresenting our country.
Oh, wow. So even off cameras, your daily lives also have to be like very well presented, is it?
Yeah, you also never know who's your actual judge.
Yeah.
So there might be people who are, pretending to be a chaperone, who is a secret judge.
Yeah, so they're like spying on you. They got their eyes on
boss.
you.
Undercover boss.
You're on Undercover Boss TV show.
Basically.
I'm not your driver. I'm actually.
I'm actually the judge.
Yeah. You have to put out a certain image all the time. So what you wear matters, right? So in Singapore, what you wear?
In Singapore, you wear.
Hey, Singapore,
Wear
you wear
clothes.
Singapore, you wear t-shirt, you wear shorts, and you wear flip-flops because it's hot.
Yeah, hot.
It's very hot.
Very hot.
Yeah.
I think for me, in general, this is like the most casual that I will wear. Even in Singapore, I'm not very much a flip-flop person.
Okay.
I only wear flip-flops when I go to the beach.
She has standards.
Clearly, I do not.
Rule.
If I'm not in studio, I wear flip-flop one.
I remember wearing heels in university and my classmates being like, "Oh, are you going on a date?" And I'm like, "No, I'm like here for a class, but I'm just wearing heels."
I would never wear heels. I can't wear heels.
Why?
Gosh, why?
Like the first time I wore heels and I wore it for like a special occasion for like my church, I like
She's skedaddled.
not to mention I was part of Miss Earth Singapore 2023 and like I was one of the finalists. So during like the bikini walk, I actually a bit
Oh, serious? Oh, so
yeah,
actually,
I kind of tripped a bit.
okay, so what happens if let's say you would like during the competition,
Yeah.
right, something unexpected happens, like
So, for
tripping.
example, I tripped a bit, right? But I continue walking because like, I'm a confident girl. Like, we don't stop the show, man.
It happens more often than you think. A lot of us fall down. Yeah.
There's no bloopers, right? There's no NG, right? Too. It's
So
live, really.
if you're caught on camera,
That's
you're
it.
probably gonna be globally famous because we walked in the rain.
Globally famous.
Yeah, we walked in the rain for our swimwear competition in Vietnam on pool surface. So a lot of girls slipped.
Oh,
Yeah,
shucks.
and there were some girls who fell more than once.
What?
And so there are TikTok compilations of them falling.
I'm going to search it up later.
Adrian, play the clip.
And
I feel like I'm just very proud of them for like smiling even though like some of them hurt themselves.
okay.
Yeah, because it looked so painful, and when I was walking, I was so scared. I was like, okay, let's not fall. Like I was like trying to smile, but in my head I was just like, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall.
Oh my god.
But did you fall? No, right?
No, I didn't fall. I was very lucky, but I walked very, very slow on the tiles.
I see.
Well, but if you never fall, right, you slays, yeah?
For real.
Because it's like raining, then like the runway, you
There's
walk.
a reason why she wore high heels to uni.
She's well prepared.
Strong
24/7.
ankles.
Actually, I have a question. Because, you know, since we're on the topic of like outfits, right? A lot of people would tend to judge you online because you're constantly wearing like so-called chic outfit lah, right? Do you get hate from this?
I think when I was younger, more, because a lot of people would be confused why I would be dressing up. You know, especially in uni or like JC, people will be like, oh my gosh, why is she like always dressed up? I wear like a red lip and people will be like, oh, what's the special occasion? I'm like, I just felt like wearing a red lip today. But I think as I got older, a lot more people became more open, because I think after a certain age, a lot of girls, they no longer have that internal misogyny where they're like, oh, I don't want to be like the other girls. I'm like, you know, I'm not, you know, a girly girl, which I think is fine, but there's no need to hate on a girly girl either.
True.
Yeah.
But internationally, I think it helps a lot. The Vietnamese fans or even like Indonesian fans really like the outfits I wore. So I wore batik and Indonesian fans loved it.
Batik is like
That's
very
a
nice.
one way to an Indonesian's heart.
I'm half Indonesian, by the way. Like I love, I love it.
Just can testify then.
So you are like born with the genes of a pageant girly. You have Filipino and
Wow.
Indonesian blood.
Yeah, but like
Supermodel.
no, but like I'm not like the most confident, and like beauty pageants isn't like what I have passion in. But I still since I joined Miss Earth, I really appreciated the opportunity of being part of a beauty pageant, because I learned a lot of like being poised, being more feminine, because I'm a very sluggish girl. Yeah, but through that I also learned how to represent myself in a more better way. Yeah, and also improve on my speech, because you know when you're up on stage, right, you have to introduce yourself and you're like,
Yeah.
hi, my name is Jillian, yeah, something like that.
Right.
Wow, your legs won't turn jelly.
Actually, I was actually shaking, you know, for Miss Earth. I was like, but you can't see because I was wearing a long skirt for my introduction. Yeah, so I was lucky.
I was there watching their finals for Miss Earth Singapore
Wow.
this year. Yeah, and I honestly like they all did really well. I think everybody sort of tripped because apparently the stage had like a little bit of a bump that day.
Oh yeah, there was.
Okay, who make the stage? Own up now.
Who made the stage?
Who's the carpentry?
Go find Amiru. Settle with him.
Now that the beauty industry itself, right, is evolving, there's also a growing emphasis on diversity and inclusivity. Wow, why I can't say
Twister.
Inclusivity.
Yeah, so I'm guessing more of this, especially in this year's pageant, right? So how do you contribute to promoting diversity within the pageant community, since you're a part of it?
I think one of it is that I think my national director, so she runs A.O Ventures, I think she does really well that she accepts all different body shapes when it is the local pageant. So I don't think she has that much control of who she's sending internationally, because it depends on her judges as well as the international organization. They're actually looking at the girls even when they're at a national level. But yeah, so these are things that you wouldn't know unless you're in the industry. But I think what she does well is that she really accepts many, many different body types when in Singapore. So it's like she helps them find the confidence through a beauty pageant, and I think that's super heartwarming to see.
I see. As for like Earth, because I participated in Miss Earth, right, as one of the finalists, I could tell like my national director, she did include some shorter girls and give us a little bit of a chance to have this opportunity to participate in a beauty pageant, because for my batch there was actually quite a bit of girls that was under the height requirement. I think for Miss Earth it was 1.6 something. I can't remember. What about for?
There's no actual height requirement. But the thing is, traditionally, a lot of pageants still like taller girls.
Yep.
Because
True.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're an ambassador.
Right.
So you have to do a lot of modeling jobs. You have to do a lot of events. And just like being taller helps you wear clothes a certain way. That's why models are also traditionally taller.
Right.
Yeah. But for us, we currently have Miss Petite Global Singapore. So it's an opportunity for like shorter girlies, petite girlies to find that confidence and find their representation, because I think traditionally they don't have enough representation in the pageant world.
Right.
Do you know Singapore got so many beauty pageants?
Yeah.
Petite, Grand, Earth, already a lot.
It's because like Singapore doesn't really focus much on pageantry.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot out there,
Yeah.
right? What I'm getting here, the consensus is that it's not about, okay, so pageants in total, right? It's not about your body size or your body type. It's more about how you carry yourself, and it's about celebrating femininity. I am tripping on words today, man. How would you say it?
How to pronounce?
Femininity.
Femininity.
Yeah, in a way, yes, that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will put it in text so that we don't mess it up.
All right. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and but I want to touch on a very taboo topic lah. Okay, let's be real. Okay, our podcast is all about being real.
Yeah.
Right.
If you fit the ideal criteria of a model, hence being tall, having sharp features, etc., do you have a higher chance of winning pageants compared to your competitors?
I would say like a one-word answer would be yes.
Yeah.
So
I
like
mean-
based on appearance lah.
At the end of the day, I think it's still a beauty pageant and we are progressing, but it's definitely a slow process, right? I think it's difficult to build Rome in one day, so we definitely will have to take it like, baby steps.
Right.
But I think that one of the things that we've heard from other, countries is that Singapore usually doesn't fit what they're looking for. So I think that's something my national director is trying to change as well, because we're all about being more natural, which I think is amazing. But in a pageant, you have to wear smoky eye makeup. You have to put in like a ton of,
Like
hair
accessories.
extensions.
Yeah.
Everything. You have to work out, you have to contour, you have to do everything
Yep.
to be able to live up to the standards that people are expecting. Yeah, I think that's why Singapore hasn't made like that much of a splash in comparison to, a lot of other countries around us. Southeast Asia is one of the places that produces a lot of queens. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think it even comes to the extent where they're willing to undergo surgery, I feel. Yeah.
Serious? Surgery?
Oh, that one I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, okay, from my perspective, a lot of girls have had scientifically enhanced features,
Oh my
especially
God.
Very PC,
nowadays.
Oh my
I did
God.
not know that.
So I don't think it's an issue. I mean, like, to be very honest, even I like got Botox like to reduce my frown line and everything before I left. But when you go on international level, a lot of girls, they take care of themselves a lot more. So I don't think it's an issue at all. Especially like nowadays, the beauty industry is huge. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
So there's no point to like avoid it as if it's something wrong.
Breaking taboos, breaking social norms.
Yes.
Yeah. And I can sort of understand this because okay, before the podcast show today, I did a bit of research. Okay, I went to dive in for about a week just watching beauty pageant documentaries, and I saw that India especially takes beauty pageants super seriously. Like the lengths they go to for beauty is insane. They go for like we go 2.4 kilometer run every time we NS, right?
Yeah.
They do almost like what, every day?
Every
Just to keep
day?
in shape, yeah. Yeah, and swimming, going to the gym. It's like an everyday thing, the diet. And they're doing this
Gosh.
because it's like to save themselves from like poverty. Because the stark contrast is very clear.
okay.
Yeah. It's like they are in the hotel and they're doing the training in the regime and stuff like that, right? And then outside you have the slums. Right outside the slum. So there's a very big contrast. So some people are doing this because it's survival. Yeah, that's
I
why
think
they're
it's very
willing.
similar to the bodybuilding industry in India also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same thing.
Oh,
They take
you
steroids at a
follow.
very young age.
Wow, I didn't know this.
That's what I saw on YouTube lah. I don't know whether it's true. or not.
okay.
The YouTube our teacher now.
Documentary also. Documentary, but it's a very big thing. Same thing from the save them from the slums. Quicker way to get a better life.
Right.
To be honest, I would say it's not just India. Like, I talked to quite a lot of the girls at Miss Grand this year, and I think one of the reasons, Singapore, we don't put in like 2,000% like the other countries is also because most of us have full-time jobs in Singapore. Most of us are living under a roof, and to be honest, right, our entertainment industry is very small compared to other countries, and the money involved in our entertainment industry is a lot less compared to other countries.
It's true.
So a lot of girls are going to pageantry to change their entire lives. I was talking to one of the girls that I was very, very close to. So she graduated university, but then she was earning very little compared to what you would expect from like a university graduate for like a full-time job that expects her to OT and everything. And she said in her country, it's super normal for girls to, or like in general, everybody to have like 2 to 3 jobs because they can't afford their lifestyle. Yeah. And then because of that, I think, getting into like the pageantry world, you become possibly on the TV in the future as an actress, maybe modeling, maybe become like a host or something like that. These are life-changing. So they have so much dedication when it comes to pageantry. Yeah, they could spend like up to like a year training in advance or even more.
Oh, that's crazy.
Just training.
Yeah, like for their national pageant, not even on an international level.
Yeah, that's really intense though, compared to Singapore.
Yeah, I think like Singapore, it's more like a token, right? A lot of us are just trying to do our best. Or for some people, it's almost like a vacation. But it's not like we are putting in so much money and so much effort. I'm pretty sure a lot of teams in other countries put in a lot of money as well because their dresses are super expensive.
I
Super
saw the
flamboyant.
dresses. Yeah, for Miss Grand International, like some of the other countries, they're like very wow, boom. But for yours, it's still very pretty. The orchid dress.
The national costume.
That was pretty though.
So mine was handmade by my national director.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, so like I think a lot of other countries, their national costume could cost up to my roommate's national costume I think costs about like 5,000 USD. Yeah, so
5,000.
her national costume was amazing. Like she was carrying like basically my roommate is UK. Yeah.
UK. I
So
don't
United
remember.
Kingdom.
Okay.
So like she had like this entire I guess thing that she held, which is basically the architecture of London.
Oh wait,
She's literally carrying London.
And it was like inspired by I think some Vivienne Westwood. So she had like the plate and the plates and everything, and then she had the entire architecture, and she was holding all of it.
What's the name of the contestant?
Her name is Chloe. She's from United Kingdom.
Chloe from
Chloe from
UK,
UK.
carrying UK.
so literally carrying the country.
Yeah. So I would say like they put in a lot more. Also because like, Singapore, for my national director, this is her first year. So she didn't really have a lot of time to prepare as well. But a lot of other countries, they have done it for many, many years.
Right.
So they have time to like really, really contribute to whatever costume they're wearing.
And they
as
had the
well.
experience.
I think they
too.
probably think about
Yeah.
like the next concept of what the dress is going to be like, and they start working on it already.
Because it's a very big
Like a 1-year project for a dress.
It might be longer. I think
Wow.
a lot of them spend a lot of time
Wow.
preparing. Yeah.
It's like a whole big presidential election.
It's like a group of
Bangkok
20
How
people
heavy is
that
the dress?
planning this.
yeah. I would say so.
How heavy is the dress?
It's super heavy. So a lot of them got muscle aches from wearing their national costume.
Ouch.
Yeah. It was really insane. Like, I'm pretty sure some of them got hurt by wearing
Oh
their
my
own
God.
national costume.
And let alone they're wearing like 6 to 7-inch heels.
Usually around like 6 inches.
Yeah,
6
right.
inch.
No, really.
Wow.
It's nice that we touched on this topic because what has been on my mind, and I think it has been on the mind of the viewers as well, is the financial aspects of beauty passion, right? Because it can be a significant part of a pageant's winner journey, right? So how do you monetize your title and turn it into a sustainable career?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. For me personally, I want to explore content creation a lot more. I think that I used to work in marketing, so I kind of understand what brands are looking for.
Yep.
So I've been trying to build on my TikTok, my Instagram, and trying on YouTube. So when I travel, I'll make some vlogs
Nice.
on
That's
YouTube as
cute.
well. Yeah, so like, I mean, for YouTube, it's also like, if it doesn't blow up, it will, at the end of the day, be my own memories. I can always watch it again.
Yeah.
True.
So, I mean, like, these are my personal efforts, right? But in terms of business opportunities, I think I have a few routes that I'm looking at. Definitely more modeling jobs are looking for me. I think that's one of the things because they get to see me in different outfits, different hairstyles, different makeup, like throughout my journey, so they can basically see what they can put me in as well.
Right.
And the other thing is that I think, you know, potentially I will continue in this route in pageantry and maybe take up some certification classes and then become a trainer in the future. We'll see where that takes me as well.
You found
Interesting.
you found love for pageantry?
I think I've always loved, you know, the industry. So yeah, I mean, when I was in marketing, I was working in fashion and beauty as well. So I think in general, the whole like fashion / beauty industry has always been something that I've really, really loved. Yeah.
What was the biggest change you felt right after you won the beauty pageant?
I would say the amount of eyes on me, definitely.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the moment I won in Singapore, I haven't posted anything. My national director hasn't posted anything. I don't know how, but a lot of pageant fans suddenly like followed me. Like on the day that I won, within like an hour, they were like sending like
I
congratulations.
know, because the
Pageant
guests
fans?
probably posted.
Yeah, but it's like they probably tagged me, right? So
Oh, that's true.
how is everyone finding out immediately? Because I thought usually you will follow, you know, the name of the organization, like their
Right.
Instagram, and then you'll find out from there, like the official post. But they somehow managed to find out before any official post was made.
These fans are spies.
Yeah.
Pageant fans are just next level, man.
Yeah, so I think that's the thing. Like a lot of girls think that no one's watching them at a national level, but everybody's watching.
They got their eyes on you.
That's kind of low-key scary, is it? How do you deal with that though? Like with the number of eyes now on you?
I think it's just exciting for me because I mean, like, wanting to do content creation means that there are gonna be eyes on me anyways, and I think my personal life isn't too shady. I don't have to hide too much, as long as they don't, you know, cross the boundary. As long as they don't cross the boundary of, you know, be a little bit stalkerish, I think it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Stalking.
I mean, Singapore is not
Scary.
too bad, like because the fan culture isn't too crazy.
Yeah.
I heard in other countries the fan culture is a lot
Oh
crazier.
lot
gosh,
more
it's like
scary.
K-pop, like K-pop.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Hollywood also same thing.
Is what?
Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Actually, in K-pop, there's a term for them, right?
Say
Oh,
Oh,
Yes,
correct.
correct.
oh, you know,
Yeah.
it's good to know about the financial aspect things because if you are interested in becoming, what's the title for this?
Pageant queen.
Pageant queen, yes. So if you're interested in being a pageant queen, this is the sacrifice you have to make, and you have to be comfortable with it. And you know, joining pageants itself won't make you money, so it's good to have a plan like what Jade has shared with us.
Yeah.
Unless you go to a pageant that has a prize award. Because for Miss Grand, if you do win, you have an immediate prize award.
Or some they don't have a prize award.
It depends on the pageants because there are very big pageants and there are very, very small pageants.
Right.
Yeah.
Cash money.
Yeah.
So you have to like win all the time so that you have money.
I mean, usually
That's what am I thinking.
usually the goal is to become either, you know, like a full-time actress model or go into content creation.
So it's more of like what's after winning the competition, the pageant
Yeah.
itself. Yeah.
I mean, there are some girls who are just passionate about pageantry in general.
Yeah.
So they just really love, you know, dressing up,
Yeah.
going to different countries. And I mean, it's a good experience. When I was there, I was very, very tired. But when I look back, it was something that I enjoyed a lot.
which ties it back to passion. This is like a reoccurring theme on our show. Like people,
passionate or pragmatic.
yes, yeah. You need to have a balance, lah. Right? Yeah. I understand that when it comes to pageantry, right, you have to travel very often. So traveling is a big part of a pageant winner's schedule. What has been some of the most memorable experiences or challenges that you face while commuting back and forth from Singapore to whichever country you have to go to?
I mean, so far for me, for pageantry, I've only really traveled to Vietnam. So I think it was my first time in Vietnam, and we went to 6 different cities.
Oh,
so packing was very hard because we had to send 2 of our luggages to the next city. So we had to make sure that we had all our stuff with us. I think some girls managed to like pack less, so they had to borrow some gowns from a designer because they ran out of clothes to wear. So I think packing strategically is super important, and that's made me like someone who can pack really, really well now and really, really fast.
This girl is organized now.
Yeah.
Do you guys have managers?
So that's the thing, right? To be honest, for most pageants, you're not supposed to bring your team to the international competition. But I think for some bigger pageant countries, they do bring their teams over. Yeah.
Right. You mean you solo travel?
Yeah. So I went to Vietnam alone. It was total 3 weeks. My manager slash national director came for the last week to support me. Yeah, so she did bring some extra dresses and extra heels because my heels broke in Vietnam. I brought a lot of heels, so it was fine. But I needed a pair of like new heels again.
Okay.
You're there alone and you carry such heavy luggage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
In heels somewhere. Yeah, we're carrying the luggage in heels. Yeah.
Not so much glitz and glamour as you thought it would be.
Yeah, behind the scenes is very xiong one.
Quite physical also.
Yeah, physical.
Yeah. It's not as glitz and glamour as everyone thinks. Yeah, you will see like girls like getting bruises here and there, like getting like bleeding here and there because like they got hurt. Yeah.
And then you cannot bring team some more. Why?
Yeah, so you're by yourself now.
I mean, to be honest, I think every country would send a team if they had the amount of money, right? But it's like from Singapore to send like a team of like 3 people over, I think that's quite expensive.
Understand. The pains of starting out lah.
Yeah.
In Singapore.
In Singapore.
Maybe you give it another 3-5 years time.
I mean, it's my national director's dream to make pageant more
prominent in Singapore.
Prominent again. So we'll see where that takes
Hope it happens. Hope it happens.
Yeah, and if you join any of my national directors pageants, you'll probably see me because I'll be helping out with the training and everything.
Cool. Maybe we can be hosts also. try.
We wear like this.
For the first time in your life, you will see us wear tuxedo.
I would love to try to wear a suit though.
Right.
Yeah. Like
we can move,
it's like I think it's a fantasy of all men.
Yes. Wear a suit.
To wear a nice suit.
Yes,
Wear a nice suit, yes. And then we can be penguins on stage. Since you mentioned your national director, right? So mentorship plays a vital role in, personal and professional growth, right? So in your beauty pageant, what has your mentor done to you or for you to guide you in your journey?
I think she's really like been very there each step of the way. So for me, I think it was super important for her to be there. Like her presence was very important because this is my first pageant. I needed guidance as well. And then I think she is someone, again, the word passion, right? She's very passionate about pageantry. That's why she's like literally trying to rebuild the pageantry world in Singapore by herself from the ground up. And I think that, as I said, she helped me make my national costume. She handmade it. I think that's something that's unheard of in a lot of other countries because they usually just pay designers to make a national costume.
Nice.
So she's really someone who's very hands-on. And I think that gives me the kind of security, and I see her vision. I see, where she wants to bring the pageantry world in Singapore to, and that's why, I believe in her a lot, and that's why I'm helping her with other pageants as well because I really, really do believe in her vision.
Wow, she sounds very dedicated and dependable.
She sounds like
she is.
She's like everyone's dream boss.
She's every beauty pageant's beauty queen's mother here in Singapore.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Was she a former former beauty
Queen?
pageant contestant?
Queen,
or
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she
So
was.
when she was younger, she was a beauty queen.
Oh.
But which one?
I think she joined quite a few.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Local Singapore?
Yeah, Singapore. She's half Indonesian as well.
I follow her Instagram, I don't know.
Is this like a
Indonesian
foreshadowing?
blood, man. Yeah.
So we have come to the end of the show. Thank you so much, Jade, for catwalking us through this runway of information.
It's quite insight to the beauty pageant in Singapore.
Yeah. I agree, and I didn't know that there will be so many challenges, because we usually think about beauty as something that's very
Glamorous. Like, wow.
glamorous, very fragile, very nobody would think that it's actually very physical. That's what I was trying to say, like physical, very physical.
Physical.
Yeah.
Very hands-on.
Very
Yeah,
hands-on.
but we realized that there's so many things behind beauty pageant.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, Jade, where can we find you on social media?
Yeah.
You can find me on TikTok as well as Instagram at JWJH, and I think you will find a link to my YouTube from there. And please also follow A.O Ventures Asia. That is where you will find the other pageants that my national director holds. And I think, do come and join, don't be shy, and we will guide you to become the queen that you are.
Damn! Become the queen that you are.
She just gave like a beauty pageant level speech here.
For real.
Yes. So if you guys are interested in becoming a queen yourself, right? Do follow what was mentioned earlier. Do you have any tips for those who are aspiring to be a queen here in Singapore?
I would say come with a good attitude. Attitude triumphs everything. It's not about just confidence, it's about the dedication that you have. It's about being able to listen to instructions as well as, learning by yourself. Because nowadays, there's so many TikToks out there teaching you different tips, or even YouTubers who are dedicated to pageantry. So I think there's a lot of resources. Why not make use of it? Yeah.
True.
That's very, very concise, very brief, very effective.
The most effective one.
The most effective advice. All right. So this comes to the end of our show. We would like to thank Scape once again
Thank you, Skip.
for supporting our show and making this happen. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.